Chapter 10 is, once again, a route map. This time, we have quite a lot of terrain between us and the boss, and a couple nearby shrine maidens and a very important chest make crossing the map an even bigger priority. Luckily, the map isn't actually very large, and the faraway enemies start moving right away. As such, the bulk of our army can group up as usual to more reliably handle all the dodgy ninjas in the starting area, while our own ninjas take flight on their journey east. While there's a lot of flexibility for killing enemies in the west, we have some pretty specific goals in the east. We need a player phase action to kill each shrine maiden, specifically a ninja's player phase action to open the chest, and a strong combat unit to use their player phase on the final turn to 2-round the immobile boss, Kotaro. On top of this, all of these goals are in some pretty faraway, hard-to-reach locations, and Saizo can't accomplish them all at once. So, while Subaki flies Saizo over all the terrain to handle the center shrine maiden and Kotaro, it's up to our other Sky Knight ninja pair, Hinoka and Kaze, to handle the shrine maiden in the corner and open the chest, all while not distracting enemies from attacking into Saizo. Because of the low enemy density, we can get away with a faster approach than Lunatic, setting up Hinoka and Kaze to breach the chest room by turn 2, and having Subaki kill the center shrine maiden turn 1. This means we need Azura to sing for Subaki, and though she starts a little too far back to reach on her own, we can use Swap for the first time to make up the distance. This leaves all of our high movement units free to kill some enemies, with Silas in particular being very important for our combat. His strong 1-2 ranged javelin attacks set up a lot of opportunities for attack stance while always being able to counterattack the ninjas. This helps funnel experience into Rinkah on player phase, while also maintaining productive enemy phases against the ninjas. Another XP target is technically Azama, though he of course can get his own experience by healing. His journey towards reaching level 10 will be a long one, but we can maximize his heal opportunities by using HP Tonics mid-map. Turn 2, Takumi shows up in the west, but as an enemy that only Azura can recruit. To keep momentum, I've left Azama in the spot so that Azura can transfer Orochi to Takumi after she ferries Azura to talk to him, then pair up with Azama. We actually end up being a bit overkill on available actions turn 3, but keeping everyone unpaired and as far east as possible will open up the option for some backup plans. Even with the attack stance hit boost, a fair amount of our attacks have hit in the 70s and 80s, considering the relatively low hit of the Javelin, the avoid boost of Forests, and the lack of attack stance hit boost for the Dual Striker. As such, I've worked it out so most every enemy only needs to be defeated in 2 rounds of combat, each using dual strikes, in which I only need to land 2 or 3 attacks out of 4. This makes for a considerable boost to our consistency, turning our reset condition from missing any one attack throughout the clear to missing multiple in a shorter string of attacks. Even our combat lead Saizo is very reliable, as he's pretty much set to demolish every generic enemy in the game from here on out, provided he gets enough speed stacking. In leaving Subaki to kill the first Shrine Maiden, all the nearby enemies were drawn to attack Subaki over Hinoka after he got debuffed by a shuriken. Subaki can then fly Saizo closer to the boss so he can reach turn 3, while still killing most of the central ninjas and diviners across the wall. One of the ninjas can't reach Saizo, but I can leave Silas in range, drawing them back west. Hinoka and Kaze have to go completely in the chest room so they don't distract the enemies that can reach Saizo, unpairing this turn so they can each get a player phase action turn 3. Technically, Saizo would struggle to defeat the ninjas if he gets hit by a steel shuriken for a strength debuff. However, we've killed the one steel shuriken ninja on turn 2 player phase, with guard stance blocking the attack, which he's guaranteed to have from Subaki getting attacked turn 1. And regardless, Saizo only has to defeat one other ninja, who gets hit by spike damage at the start of turn 2 enemy phase. This is kind of sad because I'd like to say the spikes have some sort of impact on the clear, but no, they're just as useless as always, not even hindering movement. In the west, Silas fulfills his role of drawing over the remaining central ninjas. He may go down, but he at least goes down fighting, getting an opportunity for both him and Jakob to land an attack. This pretty easily sets up for him and Jakob to get the kills on the final turn after getting revived. Azura also went down, drawing over a spear fighter. She unfortunately led them into a forest, but we can consistently set up the kill for Rinkah with Takumi, thanks to his high skill in trading him a brass Yumi. He'll continue to be useful for player phase offense in some upcoming clears, but his main value to the run actually comes from his promotion option of the high move, flying, and Kinshi Knights. He's already able to promote, and we're basically just waiting for a Master Seal to be available for him. Corrin also gets level 10 here, being a whole chapter ahead of schedule. However, I will also be waiting to promote Corrin, to show that there's room for her to get less experience for a potential turn count or reliability optimization, or for her to get past level 10, if you want Corrin to be a stronger combat unit going forward. In the east, Hinoka 1-rounds the final Shrine Maiden, and Kaze opens the chest, getting us our first rescue staff. We've actually had access to one from the Rod Shop, but we'll be saving both for some future, larger maps where it can make a bigger impact. Finally, Saizo attacks into Kataro. He has the same speed as the generic ninjas, so we double to deal over 50% of his health, even without any strength level ups, and with Poison Strike in play, we can afford to miss one of our 4 attacks. Not that Saizo would ever miss out on this opportunity for revenge, of course. And that's chapter 10 completed in 3 turns. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.